difficult paediatric one, guys, coming up in this one, so stay tuned for this one. Basically, this lovely little kid comes through with just super stuck earwax. It was just really difficult to get out. And so I've got this is the standard size ulnar tube in here a minute. So you can see it starts off quite promising. Yeah. You know, a little bit of skin, but soft, may well come away pretty easily. Yeah. But when you get past this first section, he's actually got, I was like, well, okay, this is actually doing really well here. I'm trying to pull the sides in just so I can get this grip on the central section of wax here. And you can see it's kind of stopped. It was looking really promising, but nothing's really moving now. I'm getting this very soft surface layer because we actively encourage our patients to use a little bit of oil to soften this up before they come along, especially paediatric patients. But yeah, this is, you can see a bit of skin,
Oh, that's difficult. I don't like these ones.
You don't
I don't know, they're up and down. Like I said, they sometimes come away really easy. But when you're getting little bits like breaking away like this, it's always a sign that it's normally like the whole length of the ear canal is doing that.
And they, in fairness, this little one had been complaining that lots of discomfort in the ear, especially after baths or showers or swimming. Lots of hearing issues, really struggling with his day-to-day hearing. And you can see why. This is like completely blocked up here. I'm really trying to just keep working these edges a minute, and I find it, especially with paediatric patients, because paediatrics ear canals obviously are a lot shorter, they're a lot smaller, so you have to be far more acutely aware of changes in direction, lumps, bumps in the ear canal. You know, we want to get this out. We don't want to cause anybody any discomfort, but especially not children as well. So we're trying to get this.
Yeah, I can imagine you'll always have that chance that, you know, a child would react more than what an adult would. You know, make a little flinch with an adult, but like with a child, they'll probably just whoosh. I can imagine they'll be like scared from that point on.
Touch wood so far, not happened. Touch wood.
Oh,
it's
good.
Not happened yet, thank God. But you can see it, because sometimes I will get patients who go, that was a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you're literally just inside the ear, but it's this deeper section here, which is really kind of solid. It doesn't want to come away. It's really adhering down here in the canal.
Yeah.
Trying to get these edges. Yeah, you can see I'm trying to get the edges.
Are they okay with olive oil? Are they?
Yeah, they were good with olive oil. Yeah, they weren't too bad with olive oil. I can see a little bit of movement there at the bottom.
Like it's rolling from underneath. It's like,
I get that little left and right movement now that you get, but it got so far, I stalled. You can see the front is moving, but the back end's not really budging.
It looks like it's kind of going round to the right there, doesn't it? Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking for where it's stuck. But what we're getting is that the front section of the wax is really kind of mobile. It's not, when I move in the front, it's not making any impact at all on the back end of this plug. Yeah. So I've popped some oil in now just to try and kind of loosen stuff along.
Those little bits of breakaway are quite handy actually, because they do give you a little bit more space to manoeuvre that around. So it's But he sat through the whole thing. He was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, fair play to him. He did a cracking job. He just sat there and was like, just carry on. He was really good. Oh, that's what you want.
I can see a glimpse of the eardrum up to the top left corner, so I can see it kind of wants to come away. It's just, I think like you said, I think we've got quite a pronounced anterior recess here, and I think that's what's going on. So if you don't know what the anterior recess, you've got a little bump that's just in front of the eardrum, so it effectively forms almost like a little valley, kind of like this. There you are, but we've got to show you. There we go. Like that. So the wax can kind of get into that, but imagine it tucked on the side. It's all tucked in here, so it's very difficult to get out.
Oh, that's coming.
Now we're starting to go. A little bit more of a wiggle. Let's tease this down the canal. But yeah, that really made me work for that one. Look at that plug as well, the paediatric patient. Guys, if you enjoyed seeing that plug come out, don't forget what you should do. Subscribe! Hit that subscribe button for me if you really like the videos. You can always become members of the channel. You get to see more videos every single week. Thank you very much. Very dry on this side. Yeah, I don't think the oil's
open though. There's gaps you can see there, so that.
So I think if I could unstick the one side, I don't think it's quite as deep either. There we go. Now that's more. You saw that whole thing start to move then, so there's a lot more there.
That's like the ideal wax removal. That's kind of what you want everybody to do.
Perfect. Just unstick that one bit and the whole thing becomes mobile.
Nice and clean underneath as well.
Yes. Now this one's a little bit more of an awkward shape, so you can see I just had to press against the wax against the one side of the canal wall. That's not me trying to stick it back in. That's actually me trying to bed the wax, the suction tube into the wax a little bit, so that I can turn it. And you can see I've moved that piece that was on the right side, I moved it across to the left. But we're going to switch up now with the manual tool because it is caught on something in here. I think that's
probably just holding on, isn't it?
Yeah,
just slightly deeper bit. Yeah.
Gripping the edge. Nice chunk as well there. Look at the size of that one. Ooh. That's a good chunk of wax.
For a paediatric patient, fair play.
That's not bad, is it?
That's good. Oh, that's textbook eardrum as well. That's perfect.
1 5/8 of an inch.
Oh, it's 4 centimeters.
I know, that's a beastie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
Wow.
Guys, don't forget, I've got another paediatric coming up for you if you're watching this on YouTube. So make sure you stay tuned for that one, but we'll see you in a second. This is probably the tiniest ear canals I've seen on a paediatric patient for a long time, which makes it super duper difficult. Actually, patient was 16 years old, so I didn't think they were going to have tiny ear canals.
Wow.
But it is very tiny in here, and the patient was super blocked up. They had lots of discomfort, lots of hearing issues, so lots going on with this one. So we had to get this out for them.
Is that fine end?
No, luckily that is the standard. Just about fitted in there because when I looked back in there, I could see there was quite a big, what looked like dry chunk, and I thought the fine end, there's no way the fine end is going to grip onto this. I
thought you'd struggle to get the standard one in there, to be honest. Looking at how
it just small honestly, it was. When I pull it out, because you'll see it in a second, but where the plug comes out, it's formed perfectly to the shape of the ear canal, and you'll get to see how wide the ear canal is because it was only tiny. So I've pulled this, there was a little bit of skin here, so I do try with the forceps to give this a bit of a pull.
Yeah.
But it's just not quite.
Oh, it's
pulling it, but it's not quite getting the full grip. It's almost like it's taking a little bit of skin that's on the surface of the canal wall out rather than it being a piece that's kind of embedded into the plug.
I had my first skin ribbon the other day.
I know.
Which I think is coming up soon,
I did. I edit? Yes, I've edited that one already. I have. Very jealous it was as well.
It wasn't a big one, but it wasn't a record breaker.
I just don't seem to have had a skin ribbon for ages. So here you go. There's the plug.
Oh.
So that is the full width of the canal. It is.
That's insane. That's tiny.
For a 16-year-old, it was so small.
Yeah. See, the ear canal kind of goes up and down.
This is why I explained to the patient when they came through, because they were like, oh, I don't understand why I'm having these difficulties. And I said, well, look, it's because you've got this kind of raise and then fall to the ear canal, and that's what's happening. It's kind of drying out as it's trying to get up the hill before it comes down to the outside part of the ear canal. There we go. Ooh.
Oh, bless him. That's never nice. Any type of blockage is not nice, to be fair.
And this one's got this added little bit of extra now. We've got this piece of skin, which I think is what was on the other side, but that piece of skin sort of came away in the first bit, and it came up with a little bit of ribbon. So yeah, I think that's what was going on there. But I've got rid of the skin now. I need to get rid of that first before I can work on the plug. Not as big on this one, but you can see it's starting to come down the canal. Some of it's kind of getting sucked into the machine. So we'll bear that in mind when you see the size of the plug at the end. We did get some on the machine. Just missed as I hit a little bit of oil on the outside part of the canal there. And then back in, get this last bit. There we go. Let's have a little look beyond. Looking lovely, and there's the eardrum. If you enjoy lovely, clean, shiny eardrums at the end of videos, guys, don't forget you can always subscribe to the channel as well. It'll be a massive difference. But look at this, look at the length. You are still a paediatric patient, so you're kind of 2 centimeters just over for plugs, and they're both pretty long. So I've got
1.5 centimeters of each. 3 centimeters in total.
1.25 inches altogether, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching the videos. It does make a massive difference for us here, and we enjoy voicing them over as well, guys. So it's always nice to do that for you guys. But until next time, guys, as always, take care of yourselves,
take care of your ears,
and take care of one another. Myself and the lovely Mr. Taylor Green are going to see you again soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.